Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Olubusola Jala, and on this channel I just freestyle, right? I bring you content about lifestyle, about work with God, about my experiences, how I'm navigating life, career, business, and a whole lot of things. So that's it. What are we talking about? I'm sure you already you have an idea already from the topic. Who is having a conversation with the devil? How come? How? Did you see him? Where did you see him? Where did he have the conversation? Don't worry, I'll get into the conversation right away. So how did I have the conversation with the devil, or what led to the conversation with the devil? Right. It's not like I'm a child of God, I'm a Jesus baby, so I got no business with the devil. But sometimes the devil tries to show up in, our daily life, and just want to maybe kind of test our faith, or just whisper some negative thoughts or negative things into us. But as children of God, as believers, right, we should know how to confront the devil. So let me get into the conversation. So I was on the flight from Amsterdam to Qatar, and I think it was about when the flight was going to take off, and the devil just started whispering into my mind and was bringing me, and was bringing, I was just telling me about, the Sosoliso air crash. For those of you who may, about that, or you might have read about it or heard about it, it brought to my mind Sosoliso aircraft. It started reminding me of how there were several plane crashes during President Obasanjo's, tenure, and he was just telling me that what if this plane crashes? Instantly, I told him that whatever, me, I've enjoyed myself. My response was, at least I've seen the world, I've enjoyed myself, I've made impact. So if I die, people will have good things to say about me. People will say, oh, we saw how she was having fun in Amsterdam, how she was doing this, she took us along on a journey, oh, she really had fun, oh, she had a great moment. That was my response to the devil. Who do you want to scare? From where to where? That's impossible. This is the Olubusola Jala, the child of God. That was my response, and immediately I get that response, I shut him out. Like I didn't even hear anything again. I just enjoyed, my journey. It was a very beautiful trip. I had fun. And how did I come? So it brings me back now to the second part of this conversation, my conversation with my spiritual coach. And a lot of people, when I sometimes I feel reluctant to say I have a spiritual coach, but seriously, I'm not ashamed. I'm unapologetic to say I have a spiritual coach, because some of you have finance coaches, you have career coaches, you have lifestyle coaches and all. So what's stopping me from having a spiritual coach, right? So I have a spiritual coach, and just like your career coach, your finance coach would coach you on how to go about your career, on how to manage your finances and all. That's what my spiritual coach does to me also. That's what she does for me. She doesn't, so it's a relationship where she teaches me how to know God for myself. She guides me on, the things we should know as children of God. And this is someone who we're first friends, right? Because some of you that know that I ran a catering business, before in the past. So we met as caterers, running our catering businesses where we, make supplies and all of that. So we are both evolved into the different, things that God has called us into. And, she has been a very strong support system in my walk with God. She doesn't tell me, oh, this is what you should do. She tells me how to seek God's face so that God can guide me and tell me what I need to do. And so what was the conversation I had with her? When the nomination, letter came, and my invitation letter to travel to Vienna came. So I told her I was excited. I called her, oh, I'm going to Vienna, I'm going to. She was like, you can't go anywhere. I was like, Kilo day. Like she just doused all my excitement and all. But what did she say? She told me that Busola, you can't go except you ask God, and God gives you permission to go. You don't run your life by yourself. That's not my hand. As in, I knew that like that was the right thing, and I knew that what she said was actually true. So I could not even argue. I could not even say anything. I was like, God, you know those people that will remind you to do the right thing. Those people that will remind you not to live your life anyhow. That's the kind of person she is. Shout out to her. Shout out to you, Statone. Thank you for all the encouragement and all, the guidance you give, you provide in my walk to God. Shout out to Uncle Josh, your husband. Thank you so much, guys. So, as I was saying, so when she said that, I just knew that that's the truth. So, so what did I do? The following day, and one act, guys, one act that I will share on, in the way that I get to hear from God and God speaks to me is, each time I come to a place where I don't know what to do, or I need God to give me, instruction or direction on what next to do or the step I want to take, I just go to him in worship. I sing praises to him. I sing his praises. I eulogize him. I thank him for what he has done for me in the past, and then I just tell him that, God, I'm here again, right? And, immediately I just open my Bible. So I don't have a devotional that I use. For those of you that use devotional, I mean, that's good. But for me, I used to use devotional before. I've used Our Daily Bread. I've used Every Day with Jesus. I remember a time that I was very, very committed and faithful to using Every Day with Jesus. I even wrote to the late C.S. Lewis, shared some things that I did not have, I needed clarification about, and they wrote me a letter, sent me some materials. I mean, those were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moments, right, in my walk with God, and I really, really love those moments. So back to what I was saying, right? So I don't use devotional because I come to a place where once I open the scriptures, God just directs me to the particular, place he wants me to read, or what he wants to tell me, or maybe the clarification I need. And so this day, I'd worshipped, I'd prayed, I'd thanked God and all of that. And I told him that, God, I'm here for just one mission. I want to go to Austria. And I really, really do want to go. I mean, of course, God already knows about the invitation and everything. So I said, I really want to go. And I want your go ahead. But if you tell me not to go, I will be. So I was like, God, I want to go to Austria. I desire to go. I want to go for this thing. But if you tell me not to go, I'll be sad. I'll feel bad. But I would obey. Like, I don't have a choice. I would obey. But I really want to go. So, and then I just opened the scriptures. And, the Bible I use is a Bible that is a multilingual Bible. No, a bilingual Bible. It has Yoruba and it has English. And so, and it's all this Bible that usually have like topics, on top that you can see before you get into the verse itself. The verses, And so immediately I opened the Bible and I just looked, at the topic. I saw, fear not, I will go with thee. Like, that was just some comfort for me. And then I started reading. I can't remember the exact place. I look at my journal, and if I remember, just put it, the description there for you guys to see. And so I just saw, fear not, I'll go with thee. And that just was the answer I was looking for. And I read all through that chapter of the Bible, and I saw, and because again the way I wanted it to be a tour, so I wasn't going to just one country. So when I kept reading down the chapter, I saw how I think it was the Israelites in that particular chapter, I can't remember, but it talked about movement from one country to the other, right? It was a story of movement from one country to the other. And so that for me was like, man, this is all I needed. Like, this is the confirmation I'm looking for. This is what I need. This is the word I need from God. And believe you me, that was the word I needed. And it was that word that I went with for that journey. And that was why when the devil was trying to attack my mind and try to paint negative pictures and thoughts, I had that confidence to tell him that, go to hell. Who are you? Who are you? Go to hell. And even if I die, I know that, right, I'm going to meet my Savior. I'm going to meet my lover. I'm going to meet God. So for me telling the devil, shut up, it was from the place of knowing what I carried on the inside of me, knowing the word God gave to me, about the trip. So I knew that there was no how any plane crash could occur. I knew that I was going to land safely. I knew that I was going to arrive at my destination safely. So, I'm saying all of this to say that the devil will find a way to attack our mind, to attack us, particularly on this journey. But if you know that whom you believe, you know the person whom you believe, that he is able to keep to the uttermost end everything that is committed to his hand, your spirit, your soul, your body, your career, your business, your family, your marriage, everything. Well, you tell the devil, park one side. You won't even see him. You won't see him. So that's my conversation with the devil, and that was how I was able to shut him out, right? And just tell him, please shut up. Shut up. Who are you? And so I just thought to share this to encourage us, to encourage you to say that God is real, right? God is there and very near to those who love him, who serve him, to those who seek him, right? Much more importantly, seeking his face. That was, and for that trip, if you had watched the video where I talked about I almost got stranded, you would have seen also that it was this word that God gave me that went with me on that journey, and then I was able to get help. I tell you, every step of the way I got help. In fact, as little as somebody who did not know me. I was in Paris and I was trying to find my way to where I was going to lodge. And I mean, unlike Vienna that I even had, access to internet here and there, Paris, there was nothing. And I couldn't even because of that, I could not use my Google map to locate where I was going to. And then I just found one random guy. I don't know him. Like, I traveled solo, right? Except when I got to Paris and then I met with my friend and we went to Amsterdam together. But for Vienna, I was just there all by myself. I didn't know anybody in all of these countries that I visited, right? But God showed up for me. This guy just, said, okay, where are you going to? I just showed him the address and I was like, okay, don't worry, I'll take you there. Like, this was over 10 minutes walk. He left, it was going somewhere because I met him at the train station. So he was going to catch a train to wherever he was going to. And he left that. And just, in fact, he also asked me, do you need help? Because I was carrying a big box and then another smaller box and my handbag. And I was like, do you need help? I'm like, Omo, I need help. And he just carried my bag for me, carried my bag and was just going, and he was like, and he was like, okay, we're almost there, 5 minutes gone, this one. And I'm like, God, who is this person? Who? But that was because God told me he was going to go with me, because of the word he gave me. A lot of people just kept helping me. Those I knew, those I did not know, people just helped me all through my journey. I mean, some people paid for food, bought me food. I met a Nigerian who bought me food in Vienna. In Paris, when I was going to get a ticket, the point, where I'll get the ticket was not accepting cash. And then I saw somebody who said, okay, I'll use my card to pay for you. You give me in cash. And he didn't have change to give. He didn't have change to give me. So it was like, oh, just keep the remaining. I'm like, really? Like God, God proved himself. That word he gave to me, he proved it 100%. He went with me. My journey was smooth. I wasn't stranded. When I was almost stranded, help came for me. I got help. I'm just saying all of this to say that we should commit our ways to God, because he knows everything. He knows the end even from the beginning, and he knows how well he can guide us. So, okay, guys, that's it. I'd love to also read your comments. Tell me, what do you think about today's video? What do you think about my experience? Have you had similar experiences in the past? Share with me. What has your God experience been like? Share with me. I'd love to. Let's encourage each other on this our faith walk, and just stir each other up. So thank you. That's the much I can say today. Till I come your way next time, please keep watching. Subscribe, turn on notification button, share, like, comment, invite your friends and family to this channel, and let's grow this channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.